How's it going, everyone? Austin Honecker here. I just wanted to come on here for a while and give him a review for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dynamite from last night, which was November 10th, 2021. I gotta say, it was awesome from start to finish. For the matches, match 1, it was Bryan Danielson versus Rocky Romero. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Bryan Danielson went over with the Tequila Sunrise. Match 2, it was Match 2, it was Thunder Rosa, Anna Jay, and Ty Conti versus Britt Baker, Rebel, and Jamie Hayter. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Thunder Rosa, Anna Jay, and Ty Conti went over cause Ty Conti pinned Rebel with the DDT match. Yeah, that was match 2, by the way. Match 3, it was Jungle Boy versus Anthony Bowens. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Jungle Boy went over with the snare trap. Well, after the match, as Jungle Boy was celebrating his victory, Bobby Fish came out and attacked Jungle Boy from behind, beating the shit out of him, and then Bobby Fish executed an exploder suplex on Jungle Boy on the rope, and before Bobby Fish could do more damage, Christian Cage and Luchasaurus came out to the ring and to Jungle Boy's aid, but Bobby Fish retreated, and so Christian Cage and Luchasaurus were tending to Jungle Boy, and Bobby Fish was outside of the ring staring Christian Cage and the Jurassic Express, which are Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, down and everything. That was cool. Match 4, it was Wardlow versus Wheeler Yuta. That was a squash match, but the ending to it, Wardlow went over with the Casualty of War. After the match, Chuck Taylor and Orange Cassidy came in the ring and tended to Wheeler Yuta, but Isaiah Cassidy and The Blade came out and attacked Chuck Taylor and Orange Cassidy from behind and beat the shit out of them, and then Matt Hardy came into the ring and had The Blade get him a steel chair, so The Blade got Matt Hardy a steel chair, and Matt Hardy also had Isaiah Cassidy videotape what he was about to do, so Isaiah Cassidy recorded what he was going to do, so Matt Hardy placed Orange Cassidy's head through a steel chair and executed the Twist of Fate and laid him out and everything, and then Matt Hardy, Isaiah Cassidy, and The Blade, which are the Hardy family office, stood tall, while the best friends, which are Chuck Taylor, Orange Cassidy, and Wheeler Yuta, were laid out and everything. That was cool. And that was after the match, by the way. Match 5, it was Leo Rush and Dante Martin versus Matt Sydal and Lee Moriarty. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Leo Rush and Dante Martin went over because Dante Martin pinned Lee Moriarty by the double jump moonsault. And match 6, which was the main event, it was Pac versus Dax Harwood. That was a great match, but the ending to it, Pac went over with the Brutalizer. After the match, Pac kept the Brutalizer locked in on Dax Harwood and wouldn't let him on Dax Harwood and wouldn't let go. So Cash Wheeler came out and attacked Pac and beat the shit out of him, and then the lights went out, and then the lights came back on, and Andrade El Idolo and Malachi Black appeared in the ring, and after the lights went off, after the lights came back on, and so FTR, which are Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler, Andrade El Idolo and Malachi Black were ganged up on Pac, beating the shit out of him, and then the Lucha Brothers, which are Penta El Cerro Miedo and Rey Fenix, along with Alex Abrahantes and Cody Rhodes, along with Arn Anderson, came out, and Cody Rhodes and the Lucha Brothers, well, Cody Rhodes went to beating the shit out of Malachi Black. The Lucha Brothers went to beating the shit out of FTR, and Pac ended up beating the shit out of Andrade El Idolo. So FTR along with Tully Blanchard, Andrade El Idolo along with Jose, and Malachi Black stood tall outside the ring after they retreated, staring down Cody Rhodes and the Death Triangle, along with Arn Anderson and Alex Abrahantes inside the ring and everything. But Cody Rhodes, Arn Anderson, the Death Triangle, which are Pac, Rey Fenix, and Penta El Cerro Miedo, along with Arn Anderson and Alex Abrahantes, stood tall in the ring, and FTR, along with Tully Blanchard, Andrade El Idolo, along with Jose and Malachi Black, were outside the ring, and both sets of teams stared each other down and everything. That was cool. That was after the match, by the way. Now, besides the matches, Tony Schiavone was getting ready to interview the Inner Circle, which are Chris Jericho, Jake Hager, Sammy Guevara, Santana, and Ortiz. Well, the Inner Circle came out for the interview, but the Inner Circle were attacked from behind by Men of the Year, which are Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page, along with American Top Team, which are Junior Dos Santos, Andre Arlovsky, Dalton Rosta, and Dan Lambert. And Men of the Year and American Top Team, well, Dan Lambert was just standing there barking orders, but Men of the Year and American Top Team attacked the Inner Circle and beat the shit out of them, and Andre Arlovsky knocked Jake Hager out with a knockout punch. Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page held Sammy Guevara down, and Junior Dos Santos punched Sammy Guevara in the stomach, laid him out. Junior Dos Santos, Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page Irish whipped Santana into the steel steps. Junior Dos Santos attacked Ortiz with the kendo stick. Dalton Rosta attacked Chris Jericho with the trash can lid. Ethan Page attacked Chris Jericho with the kendo stick after Junior Dos Santos got his turn on it. And then Dan Lambert got a table, put it in the ring, and then Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page went in the ring, but Dalton Rosta threw Chris Jericho into the ring. Well, Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page, they picked Chris Jericho up for a powerbomb position while Dan Lambert was on the top rope, and Dan Lambert executed a powerbomb to Chris Jericho off the top rope onto a table. Because where Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page set the table up. And Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page, they picked Chris Jericho up and put it in powerbomb position, and Dan Lambert executed a powerbomb to Chris Jericho through a table off the top rope. And then the rest of the American Top Team, which are Junior Dos Santos, Andre Arlovsky, and Dalton Rosta, got in the ring, and Dan Lambert was showboating and everything, and then Scorpio Sky got on the microphone and was mimicking Jim Ross, saying, "By God, he broke him in half," and Scorpio Sky was saying, "That was just a preview of what we're capable of doing. And on Sunday, we're going to take out the Inner Circle, and we're going to do more damage than what we just done." Then Ethan Page got on the microphone and said, "Saturday at Full Gear, we're going to make sure Dan Lambert pins Chris Jericho. But wait, that's on Saturday. But tonight, Dan Lambert is going to make Chris Jericho tap out." And Ethan Page said, "Dan Lambert, put Chris Jericho in the Walls of Jericho." So Dan Lambert executed the Walls of Jericho to Chris Jericho, and Ethan Page asked Dan Lambert, "Dan, do you have anything to say?" Dan Lambert said, "This is the real Boston. This is the Boston Crab from Florida wrestling in 1975 from the real late great Soul Man Rocky Johnson." And Dan Lambert, and as Dan Lambert had Chris Jericho in the Walls of Jericho, Scorpio Sky took Chris Jericho's hand and was making him tap out. Scorpio Sky was using Chris Jericho's hand to submit on the mat. And after Dan Lambert let go of the Walls of Jericho on Chris Jericho, Men of the Year and American Top Team stood tall while the Inner Circle was laid out. That was cool. AEW aired a video package of the build-up of the match between Ruby Soho versus Chris Statlander in the TBS Women's Title Tournament. That was cool. AEW aired a video package of the build-up of the match between Kenny Omega versus Hangman Page for the AEW title at Full Gear. That was cool. The Super Click, which are Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson, and Adam Cole, cut a promo, and Matt and Nick Jackson were talking about how it was great to see Bobby Fish kick Jungle Boy's ass and everything, and then Adam Cole introduced Bobby Fish. Well, Bobby Fish came along, and Adam Cole introduced Bobby Fish to the Young Bucks, which are Matt and Nick Jackson. Well, Matt Jackson was saying, "I don't need to be introduced to Bobby Fish because I know exactly who Bobby Fish is. But Bobby, I'm going to tell you right now, this is not the Undisputed Era. This is the era of the Elite. But since Adam Cole, since my best friend Adam Cole here is putting in a good word about you, I believe it. But like I said, this is not the Undisputed Era. This is the era of the Elite and everything." And then Adam Cole gave Bobby Fish a proposition. Adam Cole told Bobby Fish, he said, "Bobby, Adam Cole said, Bobby, 2 nights from now on AEW Rampage, you get a match against Jungle Boy. And I want you, and Matt, Nick, and I, we want you to destroy Jungle Boy, tear him limb from limb, but just leave a little bit of him for Matt, Nick, and I. Bobby Fish said, I can do that. And Adam Cole thanked Bobby Fish for agreeing to it, and then Adam Cole and Bobby Fish shook hands, and then Bobby Fish left, and then Adam Cole left, and Matt Jackson left, and Nick Jackson was showing off and everything. Then he left. That was cool. AEW aired a video package of the build-up of the match between CM Punk versus Eddie Kingston at Full Gear, which that was cool. CM Punk and Eddie Kingston were fighting backstage, but wrestlers, coaches, referees, they all broke it up. They were holding CM Punk and Eddie Kingston back from beating the shit out of each other, and it took place in the parking lot and everything. That was cool. Miro cut a promo talking about Bryan Danielson, saying, Bryan, this is nothing personal, because the people love you and you mean something to them, but you don't mean shit to me. And like I said, Bryan, this is not personal, because my God is either blessing me or cursing me for this. But I think my God wants your neck more than mine. So at Full Gear, I'm gonna destroy you, and I'm gonna send you back to your wife in broken pieces. That way you say goodbye to your wife, and I say hello to mine, and as I destroy you, I'm gonna be AEW champion and everything. That was cool. AEW aired a video package of the build-up of the match between MJF versus Darby Allen at Full Gear. That was cool. And Kenny Omega and Hangman Page had a contract signing for their AEW title match at Full Gear, and it was hosted by Tony Schiavone. So what happened in that contract signing, Tony Schiavone introduced Hangman Page and Kenny Omega to come out. Well, Tony Schiavone just cut to the chase after they both came out and had him sign the contract. Well, Hangman Page got on the microphone and was talking about how he was going to kick Kenny Omega's ass and take the AEW title at Full Gear. Hangman Page signed the contract. And then Kenny Omega got the contract, and Kenny Omega got on the microphone and was talking shit towards Hangman Page, talking about his failures and talking about his insecurities and everything. And then Kenny Omega was trying to weasel his way out of the match and everything as well. But then he went to kissing Hangman Page's ass and everything, like talking good about him and trying to befriend him and everything. And then Hangman Page was talking shit towards Kenny Omega and everything as well. And then Kenny Omega went to talking more shit, and Kenny Omega and Hangman Page ended up shaking hands, and then Kenny Omega left the ring, and then the cameraman attacked Hangman Page, but the cameraman was revealed to be Don Callis. The cameraman was revealed to be Don Callis. And Kenny Omega went to talking more so Kenny Omega came back into the ring and was talking more shit to Hangman Page, and then Don Callis got on the microphone and was saying, "I've been absent for 6 weeks, and the whole time I've been hiding in my basement and to wait for the right moment to return and everything." And then Don Callis was saying, Kenny, does this look like a man that's ready for the AEW title? Kenny Omega, and so Don Callis and Kenny Omega and Don Callis were holding Hangman Page down, and Kenny Omega took Hangman Page's blood and signed the contract with his blood. So Kenny Omega because Tony Schiavone already left the ring, Tony Schiavone ended up leaving the ring, so Kenny Omega and Don Callis stood tall while Hangman Page was laid out and everything. That was cool. Now, besides all that, Jim Ross, Tony Schiavone, and Excalibur done commentary throughout the whole show. They done awesome as usual. The referees for the event were Rick Knox, Paul Turner, Bryce Remsburg, and Aubrey Edwards. Okay. Bryce Remsburg refereed the match between Bryan Danielson versus Rocky Romero. Paul Turner refereed the match between Thunder Rosa, Anna Jay, and Ty Conti versus Britt Baker, Rebel, and Jamie Hayter. Aubrey Edwards refereed the match between Jungle Boy versus Anthony Bowens. Rick Knox refereed the match between Wardlow versus Wheeler Yuta. Rick Knox refereed the match between Leo Rush and Dante Martin versus Matt Sydal and Lee Moriarty. And Aubrey Edwards refereed the match between Pac versus Dax Harwood. All the referees done awesome as usual. Now the match card for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Rampage for tomorrow night that's been announced so far, it's going to be Matt Hardy versus Orange Cassidy in a lumberjack match, and Bobby Fish versus Jungle Boy. So the match card for tomorrow, for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Rampage for tomorrow night that's been announced so far, looks like it's going to be awesome. Can't wait to see it. And I'm looking forward to it as well. And the match card that's been announced for All Elite Wrestling's pay-per-view event Full Gear, it's going to be Kenny Omega versus Hangman Page for the AEW title. The Lucha Brothers, which are Rey Fenix and Pena El Cerro Miedo, versus FTR, which are Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler for the AEW Tag Team titles. Britt Baker versus Ty Conti for the AEW Women's title. The Inner Circle, which are Chris Jericho, Jake Hager, Sammy Guevara, Santana, and Ortiz versus Men of the Year, which are Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page, and American Top Team, which are Junior Dos Santos, Andre Arlovsky, and Dan Lambert in a Minneapolis street fight. Christian Cage and the Jurassic Express, which are Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus, versus the Super Clique, which are Matt Jackson, Nick Jackson, and Adam Cole in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Wait a minute. Cody Rhodes and Pac versus Andrade El Idolo and Malachi Black. CM Punk versus Eddie Kingston, Bryan Danielson versus Miro to determine the number one contender for the AEW title, and MJF versus Darby Allen. Those are the matches on the main show. Now, the match for the pre-show, it's going to be Thunder Rosa and Hikaru Shida versus Nyla Rose and Jamie Hayter. That's the match for the pre-show. So the match card for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Full Gear, well, the match card for All Elite Wrestling's pay-per-view event Full Gear, like the match for the pre-show and the matches for the main show, looks like it's going to be awesome. Looking forward to it. Can't wait to see it. But anyway, I just wanted to come on here for a while and give my review for All Elite Wrestling's AEW Dynamite from last night, which was November 10th, 2021. Like I said, it was awesome from start to finish. And with that being said, my name is Austin Honecker, and I will catch your ass down the road. Peace out.